Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are back down in the dungeon today. And I've been doing some pondering and some contemplating and a lot of thinking. And I think I may or may not change up the pace of this channel. And yeah, forgot my teeth. I may actually turn this from more of a rockhounding channel to more of a lapidary channel, because I kind of enjoy that a little bit more. Plus, I have some really awesome friends out there in the rockhounding world, out in Oregon and Utah and Montana and other places around the country, Kentucky too, that have sent me some really awesome stuff, and I'm gonna work with it. And I really enjoy making cabochons and pendants and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna focus my attention more in that general direction, and kind of go from there. I'll show you some of the stuff that I have made real quick. And now keep in mind, I'm still learning and still trying to get the handle on things with this stuff, but hey, you gotta learn, right? But this is some of the cabochons that I've made. Some of them ain't too great, but I'm getting better with every one that I make. So let's get you flipped around here and we'll take a look at them. And here we are. Got a couple little cases here. Got some blue tiger's eye. Got some crazy lace agate. Some more blue tiger's eye. Some really cool stone from Oregon here. I don't know what it's called. Little more crazy lace right here. Little piece of limb cast that I was playing with. Some moss agate. This is a nice pretty piece of leopard skin Jasper that I just dropped, but I really like that piece there. Some Imperial Jasper that is going to become a pendant. All I got to do is drill the top of it and throw a loop in it. But those little orbiculars there are really pretty. Some mystery stone from Lake Erie. Some oh, what's this called? Let me think here. This is Blue Mountain Picture Jasper. Just a little pendant I threw together. I got to get a cap for it, but it turned out real nice. Got some real nice shine on these. This is some mystery stone from over in Oregon again. Another one that I need to throw a cap on. This is kind of more of a palm stone, but the agate banding in this is absolutely ridiculous. Look at that. But this piece is absolutely gorgeous. It polished up fantastic. I got these pieces from the Rogue Rockhound out there in Oregon, and this turned out absolutely gorgeous. No matter which direction you look at it from, it's absolutely fantastic. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a start to finish from slab to cab to finished polish of a piece of what is called Tri-Flow Obsidian, which is clear obsidian, black obsidian, and mahogany. Now this stuff's really neat. I actually have a slab of it here, and we'll take a look at it. As you can see, you got the clear and the black, and there's little pieces over in this area here of mahogany, but it's kind of hard to see. Hell, it's hard to see with the plain eye, but it is absolutely gorgeous. This one's way too thin to work with, but I just took a real thin slab just to see what I could see. But I got the chunk chalked up in the old saw over here, and ready to rock and roll. Let me grab my flashlight. Got it chalked up in there. You can see the mahogany in it, and I think this is gonna slab up real nice. Well, I know it's gonna slab real nice, but I think when I get the design drawn on it and get it cut for the cab, I think it's gonna shape real nice, and it's just gonna turn out to be a beautiful piece. I'm probably gonna go with a larger design, but yeah, this is gonna be absolutely fantastic. Like I said, I've gotten more into making cabochons than I've gotten into going out and hunting down the rocks. So I'm gonna get this lid closed on here and fire up the old saw, see what we end up with. So let's crank her up. The saw is alive. Yep, can't see much in there yet because not enough oil on the glass, but she's doing her thing in there. But while that's doing that, I'll be right back. Alrighty, well, while that's doing its thing in there, what I get to do is go through all of these and pick out which design I want to do, and get it ready to trace onto the stone and kind of go from there. And let's see, what are we gonna do today? I think we might go with, oh, I don't know. I think we're gonna go with this one right here where my finger is. This one right here, the Bolo, 30 by 40 millimeter. It seems to be my go-to lately. I really like the pattern, and I'll probably trace a couple other designs on there as well, just so I don't waste any of the rock. I really do like working with rocks these days, and it's really fun. I really enjoy every aspect of lapidary work, from slabbing to drawing on the stencil to cabbing it up to polishing it to that final polish to see the end result. It's a blast, and I really enjoy it. So we're gonna wait for that beast to get done doing what it's doing, and when it's done, we'll take her out of the saw and let everybody take a look at it. We'll be right back. See you shortly. Alrighty, so we got our slab. that are all pulled out of the saw. So we're going to flip you around here, and it's a nice fat slab too. We're going to get you flipped around here and take a look at it against a backlight, because it's kind of trippy looking. Look at that. Tell me that don't look neat. Should make an interesting cabochon for sure. All kind of interesting light coming through that. So the next step is to draw my pattern and get that taken care of. So set up a tripod here. Let me see, where do I want this thing at? I think we'll go right there. Alright. So, to waste as little as possible, I gotta look at the backlight again. Make sure I got some of the clear goodies in there. There we go. Get that position just right. Grab my marker and trace the pattern on. I definitely need to get more patterns, that's for sure. Says people are going to get sick of seeing the same old patterns over and over again. So, as you can kind of see on there, got the pattern right here. So the next step is to take it over to my Graves cabmate and trim this up. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a couple more designs and put them on there and cut them all out at once. And I'm only going to do the video on this cab here, but I'll probably end up making more than one cab today, just to not waste time while I'm down here. And yeah, we'll go from there. So I'll get right back to you. See you shortly. Alrighty, well, I did end up getting two more patterns on here. Don't know how well they're going to show up, but I got a teardrop and I got a little pentagon on there. Pentagon's kind of hard to see, but I used up as much usable space as I can with these patterns. So I'm going to fire up the old Graves cabmate. Got a little splash guard on here so I don't end up soaked. Just kind of makeshift, but it works. Keeps me dry. Got a little bit thicker and more aggressive blade on here than the typical, because the typical is super paper thin. But I feel like going a little more aggressive today and just getting these cut out real quick. And yeah, going from there. So let's get this party started. I think I'll go ahead and get these cut out and we'll be right back. Alrighty, so got all my pieces cut out. I ended up cutting 3, like I said. Shaping won't be too much of an issue because I ended up cutting them real close to the lines. But in between cuts, I was talking to a friend, and he reminded me that one thing about Obsidian, especially Obsidians with sheen, which these have, is you got to be on the lookout for fire. I forgot. So I'm gonna be super careful with these and have an ever watchful eye for color inside of these pieces. So don't be surprised if you see more than one piece in this video. Now the main focus will be this piece here, but if you see this piece or this piece pop up, excuse me, there's a reason. But yeah, I all of a sudden just got real excited about this. So yeah, I got the 80 grit on here. I'm gonna shape these up to shape where I need them to be, and we're gonna get started. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, almost forgot these. Cause yeah, Obsidian, it's glass, and my dumb self forgot. Don't know how, but we're on to 180 grit, and got the basic shape done. I think this piece is going to be really pretty when it's all said and done. It's hard to backlight it really right now. But yeah, this stuff is going to be gorgeous. I think I'm going to have to slow down on the speed a bit on my slant lap because getting a lot of chipping along the edges. But then again, that might have just been because it was on the 80 grit. But we shall see. But so far so good. Everything's taking shape real nice. It's cutting real smooth, real fast. Yeah, it's turning out really nice. So we shall see what the future holds for this. Let's move on to the next grit and get this party started. Oh yeah, and back there's my son. He's playing with his electronics. Say hi. Hi. He wasn't prepared. But yeah, let's get this party started on the next level. Here we go. Alrighty, and we're back. And this piece is looking gorgeous. So far we're up to 180 grit and moving on to 325. There she is so far. She's still wet. When she's dry, she's kind of bleh. But yeah, she's coming right along. Got some nice mahogany down here in the bottom. Some clear spots. Let me see if I can backlight this thing a little bit so you can see. I don't think it's going to work too good, but you might be able to see the clear spots up towards the top. Yeah, a little bit, but yeah, she's coming along good. So we're going to move on to the next stage. Let's see what we can do. See you here in a minute. Alrighty, just finished up the 325. Look at this. Let's get it under some light here. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that, but my goodness, is this taking shape nicely. I hope you can see how pretty this is. Got this nice mahogany down here. Got the clear bits up at the top. Man, is this turning out good. Oh, I am loving this. Yeah, this is turning out real nice. Yeah, I am not mad about that. Sorry about the crazy camera angle there for a second. But yeah, this is turning out fantastic. Oh, I am real super happy about this one. Excuse me. Oh my. Don't worry, I'm vaccinated. But yeah, this is, wow. This is beautiful. I can't wait to finish this puppy up. But yeah, this is turning out fantastic, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna do the 325 on the other two, and then we're gonna jump up to 600 and jump back on this one. So we'll be right back here shortly. Talk to you soon. Alrighty, just finished up the 325. This is looking gorgeous. So are the other two, but we're about to jump over to 600. I am having a blast working this Obsidian. Yeah, this stuff is shaping really, really nice. Got a little bit more work to do on it. Got the 600, got the 1200, and then the 14,000 final polish. And I don't think I'm going to record any more of the in-process stuff. I think I'm just going to save it all for the end, and let you guys see what this looks like all shined up. And I'll probably show you the other two as well. This one, the teardrop, is turning out real nice. Little pentagon is turning out really pretty. The pentagon actually doesn't have any of the mahogany in it, but you backlight it Don't know how well you're going to be able to see, but you can see through the majority of it. The teardrop has a tiny bit of mahogany, but it has a lot of see-through qualities as well. I think these would go really nice in an open back setting, or a really nice wire wrap. All three of these. Something that would let light through, or maybe even a silverback, something really super shiny. But yeah, this is turning out really nice. And like I said, I'm gonna finish up with the 600 to 1200 and the 14,000 diamond paste, and we're gonna go from there. So I will see you guys at the end of the process. And see you soon. Alrighty, well, that took a little longer than expected because I had to go back a couple stages and redo a couple stages, and it was a little bit of a pain in the butt. But anywho, yeah, all three pieces are done. This one, the teardrop, as I was putting it on the 14,000 diamond grit, decided it wanted to take flight and sail itself across my basement. So it has a little bit of a chip out of the tip here, which I could fix. It's no big deal. But it took a real nice polish, and let me see if I can get a grip on it. Looks really, really nice. Let me see if I can get, there we go. You can see that clearness to it. Looks really good. And if I flip this to the back screen, there's all three of them. Move those two out of the way. I grabbed my flashlight. If you look down on this area right over here, I'm not sure if it's going to show up or not, but there's a little bit of flash. I don't know if there's a layer that was going to turn to a sheen or what. I think it was going to turn to a sheen obsidian, but because that's pretty much what it looks like. And you got the little pentagon, and it's got a real nice, a whole bunch of clear to it, a couple little black spots, but yeah, there we go. Nice and pretty. Nothing overly spectacular about that one. And then the main piece that I was working on for this was this one. And I'm having issues here. Let me flip the camera around here. It's got a pretty decent high polish on it. You got the obsidian down there at the bottom. If I can get the light to cooperate, there it is. Looks a lot better to the naked eye. This camera's not doing it justice for some reason, but look at that. That is so pretty. It got a lot thinner than I had hoped, and doing this freeform, or freehand rather, got a little warm on the fingers. But was definitely a very fun project to work on. I may try and get some cerium oxide and a leather pad and try and put a higher polish on it eventually in the future. But this is my first real time challenging myself to work with Obsidian. So there's that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and throw you guys over to a slideshow and going to be a short one, just 6 pictures. 3 of just the cabs normal on the regular background, and then 3 of them backlit, so you guys can see how pretty they are clear with the light on the back. And I think that's about it, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, throw it a like, you know, throw me some comments. I really do enjoy talking to you guys in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I really do like interacting with you guys a lot. I really do like the way this channel is growing, and I hope it continues to grow this way. I've got a lot more ideas and projects planned for the future. I plan on doing a lot more cabbing, a lot more slabbing. I've got a ton more rocks that I plan to cut, and probably going to do some slab reveals and more cabs and you name it. I'm probably going to do it. I got a tower idea that I want to do in the future. So, alright, I think we're going to call it quits and kick you guys over to the slideshow. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.